9 Hidden Facts About Samuel Jackson You Never Know About Him. 1. Samuel L. Jackson was an admitted drug addict. Before his breakout role, an addicted drug user. Before his breakout role in the 1991 movie Jungle Fever, Samuel Jackson was an admitted drug addict. He had been struggling with addiction for years, but was able to turn his life around and complete rehab in 1991. His portrayal of a drug addict in the movie was a testament to his own personal journey and his ability to overcome his addiction. 2. He was raised by his grandparents. Samuel Jackson was born in Washington and was raised by both his grandparents until he went away to college. Jackson's mother lived nearby, but only visited him during Christmas and the summer holidays, and only until Jackson was 9. As for Jackson's father, he wasn't around much, to the point where Jackson claims to have met him fewer than 3 times. Jackson's father died as a result of his alcoholism, something that Jackson himself would go on to struggle later in his life. 3. Samuel Jackson was an usher at Martin Luther King, Jr.'s funeral. The assassination of Martin Luther King on April 4, 1968, thrust a young Jackson into the civil rights movement. Jackson, who was a sophomore at Morehouse College at the time, flew from Atlanta to Memphis a few days later to march in support of a garbage workers' strike. Back in Atlanta, he agreed to be an usher at MLK's funeral when he heard they needed volunteers. In 2018, he wrote about the experience for The Hollywood Reporter, saying, "I remember seeing people like Harry Belafonte and Sidney Poitier. People that I thought I'd never see, let alone have a relationship with later on in life." The funeral was pretty much a blur. He later staged a lock-in at his college that got him suspended. 4. Samuel Jackson asked for a purple lightsaber in the Star Wars prequels. Jackson is such a big Star Wars fan that he immediately accepted the role of Jedi Mace Windu when George Lucas offered it to him. He did, however, make one request regarding the part. He wanted a purple lightsaber. Traditionally, lightsabers come in green for Jedi and red for Sith, but Lucas reluctantly agreed to make an exception for Mace Windu in Star Wars Episode II, Attack of the Clones, 2002. Jackson recounted the origins of his unique weapon on The Graham Norton Show. "We had this big arena, this fight scene with all these Jedi and they are fighting or whatever. And I was like, I want to be able to find myself in this big old scene. So I said to George, you think maybe I can get a purple lightsaber?" 5. He holds the Guinness World Record for the highest grossing film actor. Samuel Jackson holds the prestigious Guinness World Record for being the highest grossing film actor of all time. His immense popularity and consistent box office success have solidified his status as one of the most bankable actors in Hollywood. 6. Samuel L. Jackson almost became a marine biologist. Jackson attended college in the 1960s with the intention of becoming a marine biologist. After he held the lock-in at Morehouse, he saw a performance by the Negro Ensemble, company that inspired him to pursue acting. When his suspension ended, he switched his major to drama and joined the theater group that inspired him. 7. From doorman to Hollywood star. Before becoming one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, Samuel L. Jackson worked as a doorman at the famous Chateau Marmont apartment complex in Los Angeles, where many of his future colleagues in the film industry lived. It was here that he got his first taste of the glamorous life of a Hollywood actor, and it was this experience that inspired him to pursue a career in acting. 8. Wearing helped Samuel L. Jackson manage his stutter. Before he was one of Hollywood's most accomplished actors, Samuel L. Jackson had trouble speaking in front of others. He was bullied for his stutter as a child, and he avoided talking in school for nearly a year because of it. He eventually took the initiative to treat the issue on his own by researching breathing techniques at the library. He also came up with a unique anchor word, motherfucker. The expletive that helped him manage his speech impediment would also become his professional calling card later in life. 9. Samuel L. Jackson launches career with Pulp Fiction. At the age of 46, Samuel L. Jackson's career was catapulted to stardom with his iconic role as Jules Winfield in the 1994 classic, Pulp Fiction. His performance in the movie earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and since then, he has become one of the most recognizable and beloved actors in Hollywood.